And now, the Savage Nation Hollywood Idiot of the Day.
Justice wasn't an option in the era of Jim Crow. The men who tried to destroy her were never persecuted.
A billionaire victim.
Reese Taylor died
All right, get
10
out the violin.
days ago.
Here we go.
Just shy of her 98th birthday.
Well, she lived a nice, long life.
As we all have lived, too many years in a culture broken by brutally powerful men.
Oh, get off it.
For too long, women have not been heard
Turn this off, will you please? Turn this garbage off. Here's one of the richest, most powerful women on earth, Oprah Winfrey. She's complaining that she's a victim. How much can we take of this? But it gets even better. Now the left wing is screaming she's going to run against Trump for the presidency. So I'm going to ask you a question today. What are Oprah's deficits as a candidate? I have about 5 that I think will sink her within the first week. But I'll ask you, the audience, the voters, if Oprah ran against Trump, could she beat Trump? Now, hold on now. It's not as simple a question as you may think. We know who's going to vote for her no matter what comes up about her past. We know that. It's a given, right? But what about all those in the middle who moved over to Trump and are now benefiting from a greater economy and a better America? Do you think they're going to jump to Oprah Winfrey? I don't think so. So last night I did watch the Golem Globs. So those of you who don't know what a golem is, look it up. I thought it was a very clever phrase, but you have to have read Isaac Bashevis Singer and others to know what a golem is. They weren't the Golden Globes, they were the Golem Globs, filled with America lasters, Trump haters, deviants, and druggies. Is there any wonder the world has a perverted view of America when you see what was going on in that room? Another thing I noted last night watching the Golem Globs was that all of those in the audience in Hollywood clapped endlessly as though for Stalin or Kim Jong-il, all afraid to be the first to stop clapping for fear they'd be excommunicated or sent to the gulag, meaning thrown out of Hollywood. I never saw anything like this. So actually I looked on the YouTube and we found Stalin's applause buzzer. If you know who Stalin was, don't you? I know that many of you worship Stalin. He killed 30 million of his fellow countrymen along the lines of what the left will do in this country if they gain power again. But nevertheless, Stalin was such a madman that everyone clapped endlessly as they do for Kim Jong-il. And if you stop before the others, you will looked upon by the others as a traitor, and you'll probably either put in prison or executed. So he had an applause buzzer, Stalin did, where after the applause went on long enough for his frail ego, he'd press a buzzer, and they would all stop applauding at exactly the same time for fear. As I said, if they stopped, that's what the Golem Globs look like to me. So on top of all this, NBC is now in hot water. Well, with who? Does anyone ever have any respect for NBC? The once respectful Peacock has become anything but a respectful peacock. The NBC network put out a thing, forgetting that they're supposed to be in the news business, when it campaigned for Oprah Winfrey for president, when they put out a tweet saying nothing but respect for our future president. Do you realize what a conflict of interest this is? Do you have any idea that this just confirms our knowledge of their bias? Do you understand that you are right when you hear about fake news? It's nothing but hatred for anything that they don't control, especially anything that is pro-American.